Holy hell, boys and girls. That's a loud, close son of a gun. I'm not really sure if you can hear me, but this place kind of looks like shit. There's usually a little bit more water here and a little bit more water there and a little bit less train activity, which will go away here in a second. But yeah, it's always been a pretty cool spot, and I have caught and lost some pretty big fish here, so it's worth a shot and stuff. What is going on, you dirty old stash train? Somehow it's getting louder. Oh, that's the caboose. That's the train ass, boys and girls, and now it's nice and calm and peaceful down here. This is spot number 3 of the day. Spot number 1, I was waiting to get to the Platte River, which I don't fish very much, but I was kind of excited about it. Come to find out, I needed my waders, didn't have them, had to switch spots, went to another spot. Come to find out, the road that we used to drive down to another Platte River spot is completely undrivable. Not only are there trees hanging over the dang thing, there's also giant potholes with water and mud, and we haven't got rain forever, so that water's been sitting there forever. It looked deep, barely could even back out onto the damn highway. This morning's kind of been a nightmare, and when I pulled up here, I was like, well, I'm gonna go home and edit, tuck my tail, quit for the day. But yeah, I want to catch some fish today. 2 pools down, saw at least a 3 or 4 or 5 pound fish, and I broke off flathead here and caught some pretty big fish. So we're gonna give it a shot, you know. Might not be great, but it's kind of a cool spot. Little puddles, trapped fish, railroad bridge, abandoned, crawlers, 1 pull. Let's do it, stuffing things, but pow. How are my crawlers from yesterday? Good enough for the task at hand, I suppose. Good enough. Just brought 1 pull. Not even bringing the damn backpack, boys and girls. We're just doing a pull and some crawly boys and seeing what we can't pluck out. Caught a lot of species here. Hopefully they all didn't dip out of the creek into the main creek. But if they did, and this doesn't go as well, and we need to go to the main creek after this to finish up the job, we certainly will. This place is pretty crazy. Just got a cool look to it. There is fish in this little puddle, if you can believe it. Might need a smaller hook though, even though I got a pretty small one already. But I am happy that we at least have a line in the water, because I left the house at 7:30 and it's 10 o'clock, and my cast into this tiny little shithole vein in the concrete was my first cast of the day. 2.5 hours of driving later. I know. And a lot of walking. I walked down a damn cliff to get to the spot that I realized I need waders to fish now. Times have changed. All right, pool number 1 sucked. There was fish. See if we can find a random big fish in pool number 2, but I know for a fact pool number 3's got something pretty damn large, because I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. Don't know what it was, but I did seen it. If we can catch 1 big fish, I'll be happy. 1 drag polar. That's a green sunfish that I just knocked unconscious, but we caught a fish. Look at that little tiny bud. There's a sunfish I've always wanted to catch. An orange spotted sunfish. But that's not an orange spotted sunfish. That's just a green sunfish, but we did catch him. Have I ever even caught a green sunfish here? That's different. Are you shitting me? A largemouth? I definitely have never caught a largemouth here. Nice. Where'd you come from, little bud? Cool. Nothing crazy. Oh. I just killed the only largemouth in this creek. I'm just kidding, he's fine, but he's a little more concussed than he was before. Big channel, big drum, big flathead that probably doesn't live here anymore. Where are you guys? Which pool? All right. Tiny sunfish and a largemouth. I want to go, the main reason I even stayed is because I want to go see what that bigger fish was and try to catch him. He looked large and in charge. Not too hard to be in charge of these pools if there's only tiny green sunfish, but He definitely looked large and in charge. And I don't even care what he was. I want to catch him. Tons of minnows. If there's a predator in here, it's gonna be well fed. Or there's just another tiny green sunfish. All right, Jimmy. All right, Jimmy. Another weird thing that Boobles caught down here was a mad tom. It's the only one I've ever seen in my life. And Boobles caught it, of course. She does stuff like that. She does stuff like that. So we got a chance at a new species today, too. I know, pretty incredible stuff. Pretty incredible. Bigger sunfish, kind of. No big fish. Not looking good. There's a couple pools down here, though, that have been good in the past. That don't mean they're gonna be good today, though. But we are gonna try them, because we're already down here. Got something decent. Got something decent. Not super decent, but decent-ish. Down at the old brush pile. Hit it a hell of a lot harder than the tiny sunfish did. We're hoping for a little bit bigger, though. Species number 3 from the old railroad bridge thing. Hail. Yeah. Kinda. Where are you at, 3-4 pounder? Are you up inside that log jam? Is there a flathead in there? Maybe. I hope. And stuff. Final pool. And that was a monster carp. An absolute monster. And we don't have corn, and I wish we did, but that's okay. Hopefully we can get him to eat a night crawler. They really do prefer corn, though, in my experience, but definitely big fish around. In this pool, anyway. That wasn't a sunfish. It was a bluegill. Species number 5. Definitely wasn't what bit it before. Oh wait, species number 4. Did we count the carp? We saw a carp. But I guess we didn't catch one. So species number 4. Man, I really wish I could have got to that spot today. I'm gonna have to go back with some waders. Give it another go. Another giant. Let's try a fresh crawler and a bobber. Really probably should have brought corn, but that's okay. That is okay. Sometimes it's good to just get out and hope for the best. Pack light. How are you crawly boys doing? Are any of you alive and wiggly? They ain't gonna run away, I'll tell you that. Who's gonna wiggle first? It's kind of wiggling. Got something decent. I don't know what, but I got something decent. I don't think it's one of the big carps. But I did get one of the little carps. And that is species number 5. On the old Bobby boy. Nice. I mean, nothing too crazy, but nice. I heard my reel click. Cool. Kinda. Nothing crazy. Nothing great, but it could be worse. Could be sitting at a desk job somewhere. Even though half of my job is still a desk job, and I'm gonna go home and sit at a desk after this. I really hope catching that little tyke didn't scare the big one, because the big one looked pretty damn big. And he is the only reason why I'm still here. Something big just booped my bobber. Scared a bunch of minnows. He got spooked. Did appear to eat it though. I'm not sure if Bobby Boy bobbing above him scared him or what. But that was one of the big dicks. We just want one of the big dicks. Big dick's up here scaring the minnows now. Nope, we got another train. At least we're farther away this time, so it'll be less deafening. It's still pretty loud though. Still pretty loud. Another little carpy. That's pretty sick. Hit it like a little bluegill. Micro bud. Micro bud. Nothing crazy, but tomorrow I'm going for wipers with the 6 cents panorama. I think that should be pretty cool. I was gonna do it today, but yeah, I hung out with the kid this morning before she went to school. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Regret's a strong word. I do wish today was going better though. I know that for sure, but I don't regret it. Nice little relaxing stream, nice little Bobby Boy. Occasionally a big ass. Okay, I just threw it in his mouth. I threw it in the big one's mouth. He hit it right away. Okay. This is our moment. This thing is huge. I was talking about the trains and how it's ruining my scenic stream adventure. An old big dick better not get me in a snag, because I'll cry. Very large fish for this tiny of a puddle. Kind of hit it hard, so I don't even know if it's actually a carp or not. Might be a big drum or a big chan. I don't really care what it is. Like I said, I got to spend some time with the kid this morning. Still get to catch fish. Still got to do desk job. And it's definitely a big dick. Pretty sick for this little puddle. I don't know if you guys know this. You probably do. I've explained it before. I used to love carp fishing before the old YouTube. Especially when the water was frigid. Very frigid. February and stuff, after ice fishing. December and stuff, before ice fishing. And you know, sometimes in the summer, August can be a rough month. Even though it's September, I feel like August is still happening because I've still been struggling. Besides one flathead. Wish I had my nice camera down here so I could give you guys a better look, but at the end of the day, he's just a run-of-the-mill dirtbag carp, and I'm happy that he ate my little wormy on a tiny crawler from this micro crick. I think he was the big one we saw jump earlier too. He's all dark bud. I flipped that in there and he ate it. A lot of the times when you catch carp and they're in a school, the whole school will dip when you catch one. I don't know, I think the one that jumped was a little bit bigger. So we'll keep trying for a little while. We got time. I really think there's probably a big drum in here. This might be the biggest fish in any of the pools combined. This is probably top tier for our experience today, boys and girls. He really didn't fight that hard. He kind of did. He kind of did. That being said, carp are never done. He's gonna run another like 30 times probably before I can touch him and get him into this tire. Tire. Had different plans today, but it's working out. Oh my God, there was another one. That was not Bud's tail. There's another one down there trying to spawn with this one. Or at least trying to steal the crawler. Pretty sure anyway. I'll have to look back at the footage. Well, I kept seeing the bigger fish out there and was throwing out there and got one of the carps from out there, but the second I put old Bobby Boy right in front of this flowing water and let it sit for a little bit, things started going pretty well. By pretty well, I mean just a couple of carp, but it happened really fast. See if we can get our hands on this one. Most of the time I don't care, but if he's gonna be the peak of our experience today, I'd like to grope him. That's a pretty good one for the little old creek. Like I said too, when I came down here, I almost turned back around, went back up to my truck, went home, and skipped fishing today. But even though he's just a carp, I'm glad I didn't skip fishing today. And I've always enjoyed catching fish out of little puddles like this. It's always got me off, you know, like not as much as blue gets me off, but you know what I'm saying. Different kind of get off. All right, I'm gonna flip around in this pool a little bit longer. Sit on my tire. See if we can't get another carp. I believe there's 2 big ones, if not more. And I gotta try that one pool with the stone cats or mad toms or whatever the hell they are again. Give that a shot, because I saw a big fish in there too. Oh, look at that little bud. That thing kind of scared me. I see species number 6, and we're gonna try to catch him. You guys see him now? He ate it. He ate it. He didn't have the hook. Oh, that's a big ass short nose. There's a bug crawling on my leg and I don't like it. Oh no. That was a pretty big short nose, or was that a spotted gar? I don't know, but he was hiding up in that tree. That was kind of cool. Kind of slowly coaxed him out to a place I could hook him. I probably should have just let him swallow it, but I didn't want to catch him bad enough to... Where's my jig at? I didn't really want to catch him bad enough to have him swallow it and have to cut the line and stuff. But still nothing too exciting, but you know, species number 6, almost. It's pretty good for a little tiny stream. About died. All right, well, going back through the pools went about how you would expect. Not very well. I mean, overall, technically, I mean, realistically, after 800 videos and having this many subs, didn't really go that well in general, but I kind of had fun, you know, and that's what's important. And I definitely think I caught the biggest fish that was living down here, and that's also somewhat of an accomplishment. Fishing little puddles and stuff, sometimes there's big stuff, sometimes there's not, and this time, whoa! I just walked through the biggest spider web. Yeah, what was I saying? Anyway, we caught something big, and it's better than the rest of the morning sessions this week have gone. Got a rock. All right, thanks for watching. Road to 169,000 subscribers. Things will turn around. Things will get better. We'll start catching big fish again, and hopefully, maybe possibly, some wipers tomorrow. See you later. Stuff. Thanks. Bye-bye. Goodbye.